Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Leathur Rokk, and tonight I'm gonna fry up some Scrapple. I love Scrapple. Scrapple is one of my favorite meat products, and I already let mine get to room temperature. This is all pork Scrapple from the Habbersetts company, and join me. First thing is moving this to the right angle, and I could probably use battery power, but I would really prefer to just keep the electrical cord on. It just makes the power supply is more consistent, and I know it's not going to screw up. So, first thing I'm going to do actually is put some oil on my griddle. I'm not going to heat it just yet though, because I have to slice it, and I don't want to feel like I'm in a rush slicing it. If I slice it too thick, I'll have to spend more time frying each slice, each side. If I do it too thin, there's a chance that it can get too crispy and it can burn, and obviously I don't want that. So, okay, is that lighter better? So I'm going to take this Scrapple here, and I am going to put it onto a little plate like this, and I'm going to take advantage of the shape that this brick is on to make it so that it's going to fit the griddle better. And I don't know, maybe if I use this cookie canister you can get a better view of what I'm about to do. I am going to cut it lengthwise so that I can have, I'm going to try for no thicker than a ½ inch. Ideally, maybe a third of an inch, really. A ½ inch is too thick, really. I'm going for a third of a. Now, there's different kinds of Scrapple. Scrapple can be made with a combination of beef and pork. Scrapple can be made only with beef. Scrapple can actually be made where the meat is already cooked and all you have to do is warm it through. But this one doesn't say anything about it being pre-cooked. It says to cook it 10 minutes on each side. So the last thing you ever want to do is take your chances with undercooked meats. Even though the most dangerous undercooked meats, in my opinion, would be chicken and, any poultry. I sure wouldn't want to eat undercooked pork either. Even though there's a difference if something has been through a curing process. But still, I prefer, if I want to eat undercooked meat products, I prefer fish. Whoops, here. Probably should not have started off with such a small plate. It would have been more logical to use a normal dinner size plate. And guess what I just did? I just dropped a piece of food that's going to end up being cat food. Yeah, somebody's going to make out through my screw up. Alright, now I'm going to put the fire on this while I wash my hands. And if you didn't get a good enough view, I sliced up the Scrapple. Now you're supposed to have a preheated griddle. I didn't used to even ever grease the griddle growing up, figuring there's enough fats in all of these. Some of them now, there's so many more different kinds of Scrapple available than when I was a kid. And I think maybe and I've had so-called light Scrapple before that were supposed to be lower in fats and lower in sodium. And usually things that are lower sodium, I think, have a lot less flavor, but I really can hardly tell the difference between the Scrapple and other kinds I tried. So it's good to know that they have perfected the flavor on these hopefully healthier versions, so that if you can find something that gives you the taste that you miss, maybe you're not sure if it's safe for you to indulge. Okay, I'm going to give you a close look at the Scrapple before I put it on here. Now I'm going to Scrapple. Oh, it's starting to spit already. That usually means the fire's too high. I better wash better. All right, I'm going to give you a closer look at this. I'm really afraid I'm going to unplug things so much that they end up having looser connections, and I don't want to do that. Oops. Oops. Wow. I wish you could smell this. I'm going to take a look at it right now. It's 20 minutes after 6 p.m. I'm going to guess there's going to be another 5 minutes I'm going to allow on that side. Then I'm going to use a non-stick plastic spoon turner that won't affect the non-stick surface on here, and I will turn these so we get the 10 minutes on each side. I don't know if I should put this here or not, because this is where the teapot is, right behind. And this is what I'm going to use to turn it. And according to this, I've been filming for 11 minutes and 25 seconds. I'm going to already turn things. I like to turn things a number of times. I have a story how I got this Scrapple. I caught a sale when I was buying baking supplies. We had very little sugar left. My mother wanted to bake 2 different cookie recipes. Oh, Cassie's enjoying this. So while I was there, I saw that they had a manager's special. This expired on 27th of December, and it was marked down to $1.50 a pound. These are 1 pound bricks. And now, well, things were starting at $1.59 a pound, depending on the kind of Scrapple it is. But now prices are practically doubled because of the supply shortage and different things with respect to COVID and stuff. But because no store wants to let food go to expiration time, I got 13 pounds of Scrapple, and most of them I put in the big freezer. We had Scrapple Christmas Eve. Then we baked a ham, and I've never been so disappointed in ham. It's the second worst ham in my life I had this year. The first worst ham I ever had was a honey-baked ham. Honey-baked hams are covered with a syrupy sweet thing, and they're spiral cut, and they're real sweet. And to me, a ham should be salty. I know that there's lots of ways to make hams, there's lots of ways to make any recipe, but I like a nice salty ham. So this year, until the last minute, I didn't even know that we would get a ham for Christmas. But at the last minute, got a ham, but it ended up being one of those honey glazed hams. But the thing is, not only is there a separate packet of glaze that you put on it when you're heating it in your own oven, but they already have a whole bunch of sugar and stuff on them when you read the ingredients. And I told my mother, I said, you know what, maybe we should rinse this first. And she practically yelled me out of the kitchen, says, you know, get the hell out of here, whatever. So anyway, it turned out that it really was sweet. Not as extremely sweet as a honey baked ham, but it was really annoying, and just I couldn't enjoy it. And I know I could have just hit the salt shaker, but you know, I didn't. So I had maybe this bit of ham. I gave 5 times that amount to the cats. Okay, So, I don't ever want to seem ungrateful, but any kind of sweet kind of glaze on a ham, that just doesn't make any sense. And especially cloves, that doesn't make any sense either. Spices have their place, but I don't like sweet and meat at the same time. I just think, keep them. Maybe I might eventually be able to find an exception, but I can't. Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. Mm. This is very much, if you've never had Scrapple before, if you've had cornmeal mush, that is one of the ingredients in Scrapple. So if you like mush, you will like Scrapple. And when they make Scrapple, they put all different kinds of ground up, I guess, noses and ears and all kinds of stuff. So if that doesn't bother you, I mean, it doesn't have a bad texture. It's ground up and it's very mushy and it's very good. Oh, I associate Scrapple with growing up and spending summers in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania with my grandparents, and Scrapple I associate with either my father buying it in the store near Philadelphia on the way to Pittsburgh, or them getting it in Pittsburgh, but I just associate it from early childhood, and I love it. And sometimes I won't have it for years at a time. But if I catch a sale, and that was just destiny, $1.50 a pound, manager special. It was like, Leathur, get it, and I got it. And I'm not answering that phone. But U.S. Postal Service, Mom, I'm making a video right now. Can you talk to them, please? Oh, shit. Yeah. I can't believe this. I certainly cannot interrupt this video, but we have been trying to get a package delivery, and that was supposed to be delivered originally on the 20th of this month, and today is what, the 28th? And this was apparently, I can't speak what it's in it because I obviously haven't seen it, but it's supposed to be heavy, and it was not cheap for my friend to send it. And they keep on asking me about the status of the package, and I have made a very deliberate, careful effort to be dressed and have my ears pinned for doorbells and what have you, all the while knowing that I had this video to film. Oh, can you see what I'm doing here? Maybe I can. Oh, I'm gonna see if I can. Oops. Put this. Oh, this is what when I work with this by my bedside, I set it on here, and it's a quite nice angle. I'm going to give an advance announcement that I'm going to hopefully do a live stream of my refreshing the color of my hair for my next video, which will be Thursday. I'm going to wash my hair after I get done filming this video right now. Then I've got to give it time to totally be bone dry so that dye shows up as dark as possible. And then I am going to do not the roots, but the length of the hair. I really have to. I'm tired of it being so faded and everything. It just bothers me no end. Oh, look what I got. I got a kitty. Kitties don't bother me. Even though this kitty, Cassie, she doesn't do any good to yell at her when she's back. She can't hear you because she's deaf. Oh, okay. Alright, it's a good thing we have cordless extensions on the phone. My mother is dealing with somebody with the post office. We were supposed to get that package delivered today. And while this is 1 minute that I am not available, I am going to see if you can still see what I'm doing here. This is going to be done pretty soon. And you know what I'm going to have with the Scrapple today? I'm going to open up a can of asparagus. Asparagus to me is such a treat. I think it's just exquisite, whether you get it fresh. And most people, they cut way too much off the stem when they cook it, and they waste. And I just hate wasting food. If I'm going to cut the woodier area, I'll boil that first, and I'll make sure that that's really, 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 really cooked. I'll slice it real thin, and then boil it, you know. I'm going to open up this. If I had the time, I would also maybe cook some grits. And then if I really wanted to get indulgent, make some scrambled eggs to put over the grits, and then serve it with Scrapple and the asparagus. But I am not going to be shoveling that much food in me. And actually, considering that we already have all of these leftovers, and my mother would be really, really mad if I didn't show you her macaroni salad. Every year my mother makes macaroni salad. There's things that were going on that she would not have wanted me to film her because she was kind of... I was so tired Christmas Eve and Christmas. I just was really exhausted. Okay, I'm just gonna... This is no-brainer. The juices taste really, really great. I'm just gonna heat it on the stove, and I already took the fire off under this. As you can see, what was a several slices is basically a pile of mush. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to... This is really great to use as spread on toast. So if you happen to have some really great sourdough, which we do, or some really great, not cornbread, rye bread with this caraway seeds, oh, this would be wonderful on bagels. One of my favorite Christmas time meals when I would be coming back here from my vacation, when I'd be in Los Angeles and I would come back here, would be Scrapple on a bagel. Any kind of bagel would be just wonderful. Well, maybe not a sweet bagel. So I am going to bring out a piece of bread of some kind just to give you an idea of what this is going to look like, so this video does not run too long and get cut off. Okay, I'm going to take this piece of bread here. This is a 24-minute mark, and I am going to put this on top of this. If I had a knife, I would spread it thinner on here, maybe shake some pepper on it. There's nothing like it. So if you like Scrapple, go get some. Whether it's the pork kind, or whether it's the beef kind, or the mixed pork and beef, whether it's by Habbersetts, whether it's by one of the many good farms in the Pennsylvania area, get you some Scrapple. It's good stuff. Maybe don't eat it all the time because of the cholesterol and all that stuff, but I love it. So, if you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you like me and my content, do subscribe. And if you do, hit the bell so it looks like it's ringing and you won't miss anything I post. I will talk to you soon. Bye.